run this game is what I'm saying. Take it over, that's my plan. Get 'em, got beef in the streets. Suckers wanna battle me. Cut my heat, bring your heat. Spark this up, slap these freaks.
Let's get it. They got it beats.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a new one. Jay Caddy B, he sent that to me, and he said if I like, can you go ahead and let me know what you think. I said I'll do better than that. I'm gonna play it on the show itself. He said that. So I just text him right now and let him know that I played that. I'm gonna be playing different pieces of that nice smooth jazz beat. I want to get on so rapping right now. That was Jay Caddy B. Met him by through the system of the that people, I find people that are doing good positive things. I bring them out. This is my way of sharing. My way of sharing is, I go out and see these out there doing some good stuff. I check them out. I conduct an interview with them, and then I will forever be entrenched in their lives and everything else. And by me doing this for promotion, I'll go ahead and get it out there. And when you're up, what's up, John Paul? What's up, John Paul? And when you're up, I go ahead and share your link. Your link is up there. Go ahead and check this person out. Now, this is J Caddy Beats. He is a producer. He is getting ready for it's like a versus battle, but DJ wise. So he's putting together a compilation of beats that he is doing. And he let me get a sneak peek right there, and I went ahead and let you guys get a taste of that right there. We got a great show today. For those of you who don't know, this is Hot Facts Live with Robert Reese. We go Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. We go 1 hour, but we could go a little further if it does get a little hotter. Normally, it does get a little hotter. And by way of today's title, it is going to get hotter today. Looks like I ruffled some feathers out there in the economy because I do I do news and everything, and I give my opinion. So I got some backlash over my opinion. What's up, Keith Jenkins? What's up, Keith Jenkins? I got some backlash over my opinion over the 2022 inaugural gig conference, the gig workers conference. Now we're gonna go ahead and go into some of that. I got some comments, and for the people that I wrote you guys back, I'm gonna do this now so I don't forget. I'm going to do this now so I do not forget. Okay, let me go ahead and drop the link now so I do not forget. The reason why I'm dropping the link, people, is simply because when people are writing and people are reading, anyone that's reading can get it the wrong way, and I don't want to do that at all. So the link is there. Moons over Miami. What's up? What's up? What's up? The link is there for you guys to come on and make your comments, because when I'm reading things and then we're going back and forth in a text, I lose where I am. I forget which one I'm replying to. Then I read another one, and then I'm not on track with what I'm trying to say also. So the link is there so we can alleviate all of that. All of you guys that have made the comments, you guys also go live on your channels. So you guys should know how this works. This is Hot Facts. You can get on up here and come and talk. So I got some backlash over that, so we're gonna go over that, and I'm gonna break it down a little bit more. There's some real things going on, and we're gonna make a clarification on if it's phone jamming or what is the real classification. Keith Jenkins is a police officer, so we're gonna go over this probably really quick so that we can get his opinion on this in the comment box. On what exactly is it? Okay, what is it classified under? We're also going to go ahead and look at, there was a DoorDash delivery driver that got deactivated because a customer said they did not get their food and he dropped it off and he was deactivated. So we're going to break that down, and I'm going to go into some reasons on why he got deactivated. We're going to go ahead and get into that. And also, what else do I got to get into? Let me check this really quick. People. I go freestyle, but I know what I'm supposed to be talking about, so I don't forget anything on my thing. So let me just double check this really quick. And my video up right now for Don Anthony, my ride along that I just did. You wanted proof of if I take every order and if I really do the $30 an hour. So the video that I just put up, I dedicated to you, and I put all the proof. That you need in the video, as far as when I have it all there, the time it took me to get it. You also see me, I made sure in this video for you, Don Anthony, I made sure, because you said, how do we know that, you talk to people and you know how to do this stuff? So you're going to see me go up to a house, and I actually knew the mix of the dog by looking at it, and I impressed the owner there on the meetup, and he tipped me more. So you'll see how I turned that into a $20 trip. So I put that one in there, and I made sure I highlighted the next one for you also. So this whole video was dedicated to you, Don Anthony, and I was doing all of that while watching Nitro Freaks Live. So it was a short one, he said today. So what's up, Nitro Freak, if you are watching? What's up, Nitro Freak? Let me just make sure that I'm going on everything right here. Let me see. No, that is not the one right there. So I will do this. Just bear with me real quick. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out, because I must go over everything. And Sherry's on live too right now. So if you guys can pull up a double-sided thing right there. Okay, so yep. We got the gig conference. Okay, we got the gig conference. We got the driver. We're gonna go over we got the driver, and we're gonna go over the jamming. Okay, I did not forget anything. So first off, we're going to start right now with the phone jamming. And Keith Jenkins, you are a police officer, and we have some things going on in the gig economy, and there's a lot of questions and a lot of things that need to be answered. And this will help the people in the gig economy. I like to help the situation and get it better, rather than just having everybody just talk, and no one knows what they're talking about. So we have an issue right now. Hannibal can be, I did not, first of all, and hi, Lisa. Hi, Eugene. Sorry, hi, Eugene. Now, Lisa, let me get into this with you right now, just quick. I did not bash the gig conference. Here's what I said, and these are my words on what I said, okay? Because I'm saying it from my mouth right now again. These are my words. The camaraderie and getting together as a group of people, there is definitely nothing wrong with that. Let's get that out of the way. We know that was good. A lot of people said they have fun. You know what? I'm gonna just get into this now. Let's get into the gig conference right now. Cynthia, we'll get into the next one next. Okay. What did it accomplish was that was my point. Okay. Now, everyone that went, everyone was friends here face to face. Everyone's friends here face to face through the media. So it was a great thing to get people that were, across states to get together and finally meet, like a meetup. That was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with that. And it was great to have the first inaugural a startup. Yes, that was super great. Now, when I talk about what did it actually accomplish, is this here. I have been on here for 6 months just on YouTube. Okay. I've been driving since 2015. Okay. So I have been hearing all of the stuff for years, especially when the pandemic came. I would hear from drivers just driving not on YouTube for years. I've been driving longer than all you guys. I've been hearing it for years. Okay. For years. I've been hearing it. So my thing is, now you have a guy that's been driving, and he has took forward to be the spearhead. He put together a coalition of people that he can put together to go out there, and they can have their circle united like King Arthur's men and all that at the round table. They did all of that. They have enough energy to always say no tip, no trip. And he said no tip, no trip in his video that he did, but he didn't do it at the gig conference in front of all the people that rally under that. Okay. They talk about no tip, no trip. They talk about gas prices. They talk about all of these things. They complain about these things. And where I come from, if you have a conference is a gathering of minds to come together to learn, to get information, and you're going to do things interactively and learn how to better each other. Now, since this stuff has been happening for years, for the first inaugural one, some of these things should have been put in place. Now, this is not trashing the gig conference. It's not trashing it. For what it was good. But I'm saying, but they've known about these issues for years. So if you've known about these things for years, how come these things that you've known about for years, how come none of that stuff was not put into the conference to help the drivers, to help the people there, to help do all of that stuff? None of that stuff was there, is what I'm saying. And Don, I'll get to you. I'll get to you. Okay. He says, so what have I? All right. He says, so what have I done? First of all, I vet drivers. I vet rookie drivers. I vet them. I get good drivers out there on the road. I get the drivers who understand and break it down, and I put them on my videos too. I put them on my videos. You just don't watch the videos. You have to watch the videos. I put the people there, and they're making it work. That's what I am doing. What I am doing for the gig community, for all of us, I am building a better driver. When I first went on Pedro's Live, Pedro asked me this question here: what is the purpose of your channel? And I said, to redirect. I said it's to redirect all of the bad drivers, and there's new drivers coming in that are going to be doing bad things. My whole thing is to redirect, put the basics and the emphasis back on what it's supposed to be, and then from there, everyone can go and do their own thing. I just came here to redirect. Okay, that is it. And a lot of people have gone away from the redirection of what it really is. And that's the whole problem. You can't go about trying to have a conference and there was no solutions. There was no solutions to any of the problems there. Everyone there left with the exact same thing in their mind, which means they really didn't learn anything. Now, the savvy shopper, I'm not gonna read the whole comment that I got, the whole paragraph long comment. She said we did learn things, and I'll say some things that she put in there that they learned. She said we learned about the app, and to me, Gary's app, and I have been interacting with Gary Middleton in interactions with words for the past couple of days, and I am understanding Gary a whole lot more just by the interactions with Gary. I am understanding him more. Gary asks questions so he can see what research is there and everything. I understand Gary. I understand him completely, which is why we had a discussion about a thing about the jamming, and we're gonna go ahead and get into that there. Yes. But she said we learned about the app. She mentioned they learned about Para. First of all, Para is you guys use Para. They talk about Para. Para has a good stream of gig content creators who promote Para. In their videos, they're telling you, they're showing you, they promote Para, and every person that you subscribe to, they're using Para and they're promoting it. So there's nothing that you could have learned about Para. Steve Rideshare Rodeo, he has them on his show for people to ask questions. Every question that has ever been asked, it's all been on there. So there was really nothing to learn from Para. You've already learned about Para. You've already learned about the Duh app. And that's the best app, because if you really want to be real, if you don't want to accept a certain order, just download that app and then be quiet. It's going to not bring that. It's going to, for the people who don't know about the gig world, Gary has an app, and it's called the Duh app, and it's the driver utility helper. Now, if some people say, I don't want to take a cheap order, you can put inside there, I don't want any order that's this dollars or this miles, and it won't even bring it up into your phone. It'll just reject them for you. They should just use that app. That is the best app for any gig worker. That is the best app. It solves all your problems. You don't have to guess if there's a tip. You don't have to hold an order inside your phone to see if it's going to do anything. You don't have to do any of that. It's going to bring it in because that's exactly what you want. Okay? You guys already know about that stuff. So what I was saying is, what did you learn? What did you learn from, let's say there's a role play. Let's say you guys say, well, this happens all the time. Well, how come you guys didn't role play that to learn about how to get better at that? That's what I'm saying. If you guys have known about this stuff for all of these years, what I'm saying, when you put it together, these should be main bullet points in there. Now, like I said before, getting the people together to unite, you got people to come in from other states. And some of these people that came in from other states were complaining about the gas prices are too high to travel, to even move my car, but they paid that money for that plane trip. So I don't know. I don't know what the issue is there. There's a lot of people saying I can't put anything on this and that. And some people made a plane trip. You know, you guys got people to travel, which is good. That is good for the economy. That is good for the community. I also said that we have the food side there. If it's the gig workers, app, what's up, Chef Sean? What's up, Chef Sean? If it's the gig workers app, if it's the gig workers conference. Now I'm just saying this just simply because I see the work that when Pedro's doing his videos, he says I make connections here, I make connections here, I know this person, I know that person. There should have been at least let me try to get someone that specifically, like, they do Amazon Flex. Let's get someone, let's try to, that's what I was saying. People are thinking that I'm saying that, oh, the whole thing was terrible. It was not terrible to get people together that wanted to come together and unite. There was nothing wrong with that. And I'll say that 1,000 times. But all I'm saying is this, that if these issues have been going on for years, if there's going to be a big thing that's being promoted with sponsors, some of those things, that the issues that drivers have, should have been addressed with a speaker where people can ask questions, interactive like that, so you can actually try to help the situation. So Don Anthony, that's what I'm talking about. And you say, what do I do for the gig economy? I make drivers actually be responsible and understand that they are a real 1099. You are your own boss. And when you are your own boss, you have to go by this set of guidelines. Anyone that has actually owned their own business, knows that when you are an independent contractor, you are just an independent business owner. So all of your policies and how you conduct yourself, you have to do those accordingly. Now, just because you say, well, this job, I don't think I have to do all of that, so they need to just do all of that stuff for me. Well, then go get a regular W-2 job. You don't even understand what an independent contractor is. You don't understand what that is at all. Okay? You have to understand that. You have to understand that. People keep saying, well, I can do whatever I want. I can take this, I can take that. You're not an independent contractor. You are a stubborn employee. That's what you are. You are a stubborn employee. Stubborn employee. He said, it's food delivery. Why do you guys make it so hard? Delivery drivers have been doing this for years. And for years, Don Anthony, haven't you have seen people, oh man, you know, we got to do this because they're going to do a terrible job. There's terrible people out there. Look, all the terrible people that are terrible employees that really don't want to work, they start driving. So they're terrible drivers. You cannot separate the two right there. You cannot separate the two. Okay. And most of these people have not ran their own business at all. They don't run their own business. So the policies that they are practicing, are they're not real policies at all. They are not real policies. They're made up policies, and they don't make sense to people like me who understand what they should be doing. That's the whole thing. And you know, because of independent contracting, they should have been able to break that down to let people know, you know, like how you are really an independent contractor. They should have had someone break down what an independent contractor is. That's what I am saying. You guys are missing the whole point. There are things that can actually help the whole situation. There are things that can help the whole situation. If you help a driver understand what it really is to be an independent contractor and the rules you have to go by yourself to make business better for not only the client that you are that you are taking up the business for, but also the client that you have to go and give the work to, that you have to go ahead and give the service to. You got to take all of that in. If you don't do that, you know, we want those drivers out of here, because these are the drivers that, first of all, they go to these rallies and they don't even know what's going on. They just want to talk and just be in with the in crowd. You don't even know what's going on at all. So that's what I am saying. So if there is something that the people from the gig conference who are mad like Cannibal the Animal, what they can say is, yes, you know what, the building block was good. Now let's try to incorporate some of this stuff next year so it can be more interactive and we can absolutely help the situation and not just have a gathering and people leave with the same idea stuck in their head. The idea of a convention and something like that is to go in and learn so that you can take back to your business and you can share, you implement these things. That's part of it. Now, like you guys are getting mad because I look at it like that. Well, that's because I'm a real independent contractor and a real business owner. That's what I do. And I'm not talking about just going and having a contract with one of these food services. TTMATBF, the new you personal training. That is what I do. I'm a nutritionist also. That is what I do. Yeah, I even got challenged on that by Gary last night because someone was talking about nutrition and weight and all this other stuff. So I was pretty much letting them know that, you know, for every gram of protein, you're gonna need that in weight. Now I forgot that I was speaking to people who normally when I have this conversation is with someone who understands what I'm talking about. So then I have to break down the lean muscle mass and how to calculate your body fat percentage and take away that. Then that's your lean muscle mass. And then you have to do the gram by that. Then he got quiet after that. But Gary, if you want my nutrition plan, I'll give it to you for free too. I'll give it to you for free. I'll gladly give something for free to prove someone wrong. So don't challenge me, especially don't challenge me in my field. Don't challenge me in my field at all. Please don't do that. You don't walk into another man's thing. You don't do that at all. You don't walk into another man's thing, especially if you don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to talk to you about tech. That's why we're going to get into that. Okay, that's me right there. That's me right there. Let me see where it's showing at. This is me right here. Now, Larry had a stroke. Larry's Nigerian. He's the head of pretty much the entire CVS chain as far as security undercover work for the CVS brand. He is the undercover. He's in charge of the whole Southern California region. Larry had a stroke at work. Larry is 250 pounds of solid muscle. Larry came straight to me to get rehab to go ahead and get his work back. I have a testimonial from Larry on here also. Every single person here, I can go ahead and give a story with here. They're doing their thing there. That's me with the thumbs up there. People, yep. I'm gonna do this. Let me see. Let's go to some photos. And this is my wife, by the way. That's my wife, and I can show you her bench pressing 185 pounds. Let me see. Group sessions at the park. Let me see. Where's my before and afters? Those are cover photos. Let's go to some before and after photos. So that's my wife here when she was pregnant with my son Trey, the one that passed away. This was after that. She was able to wear that. Then we got her there. Then we got her there. Then we got her here. That's a little bit of my Brady Bunch there. This is this here. Okay. This is this here. 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 Okay, that's that there. That's that there. Okay, this is this. 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 I have more. I have more. I have more. Hold up now. 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 Let me see. Okay. Okay. Can I just go with these? Okay. Boom. That was my personal, that's the personal gem. I'll just go ahead and just slide through all these things. I'll go ahead and slide through all these things. I got big groups. They're doing it. Now, this guy right here is someone can go on Wikipedia right now. I'll leave this picture up right here. This is Michael Christian Martinez here. He is the Philippines' only male figure skater. I was his strength and conditioning coach. Every time the Philippines brought him here, I was paid by the Philippines to go ahead and keep him going. This is Michael Christian Martinez right here. You know, I got the people going. That if you want to go and type his name up, go ahead. That's him right there. That's him right there. Figure skater. I cook. I do all type of stuff. Now I'm gonna do this for you, Don Anthony. You asked me about a few of these things, and Don Anthony, I'm glad you're here. Now, do you want to see me do some motivational speaking? Do you want to see me do some all right, Don Anthony, after I play this clip, after I play this clip, I want you to tell me if I'm a bad person. After I play this clip, I want you to tell me if I'm a bad person after I play this clip right here. Good job. Just keep moving. Gather yourself, breathe. When we head back to the park, doing it again. Let's get in a straight line again. Fall in wherever you are. Just get in line. Just get in line. Okay? And let's start. Oh, where did my sound go? Can't have that go. Where did the sound go? Good job. Just keep moving. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to my sound. Oh. I don't know what happened. Fall in wherever you are. I don't know what happened to my sound on that one. I don't know what happened to the sound on that one. I don't know what happened to the sound on that one. But I got testimonials here, stuff teaching obesity. Let me see. You want to see? Oh, I got a good one right here. Don Anthony, you talk crap. You talk so much crap. This girl will beat you up. Start over. You know what you got to do. Do it again. Good. After that one, it's a left hook. Okay? Let's go. Let's go. Good. And again, you can do it. It's all leverage. It's all leverage, okay? So just push me. Don't be afraid to give me a boom. Okay, give it to me. You have to. If you don't, you're not gonna get in shape. Give it to me. Push. I can keep going. I can keep going, Don. I motivate people. I help the people. That's what I do. I have a business to where I have to, I have to work with people that have different disorders. And I can tell you, well, I'm not going to tell you what disorder, she has because I signed that paper, so I cannot do that. But, people have these different disorders and you have to come at business a certain way. The business that I do is right business. It's right business. My same business policies that I do when I have to go prospect, meet people, do all of get my stuff in, I have to keep that with every single business that I do. Now that we are doing this 1099 business as a delivery guy, am I gonna not keep my same practices that I do for everything and just stop that? No. So guess what? When I absolutely do my same principles, it works over with the customers because most people you're delivering to, they're owning their homes and they're like 55 and over. Those are the people who are still baby boomers. Those are the people that still believe in hard work and seeing something first before they give something. They should have talked about that. They should have broke that down at the conference, the different age groups that people that order and how can you make this delivery situation a little bit better. So they took things that I'm saying to add into the next one as something that is so trash. Well, if you guys are getting butthurt about that, then sorry. This is hot facts, and this is my opinion. Obviously, you guys are commenting on it because you guys are watching. Now, since you guys are commenting on it, the link is there. You can always click the link and come on. You can always click the link and come on. Always, always, always. You can always do that. Okay, Don Anthony. Now let me tell you what residual income I have that comes based off of my the health side. I'm part of a company called Advocare. I have a whole team built under me that right now, when they're selling, I go and meet with these people and I have sales meetings with these people to teach them how to sell better and to be a better business person. I have a team built under me. I have that. Okay. I have that. I am a nutritionist where I sell my nutritional plan. Okay. And some people do it 2 times a year. Okay. 2 times a year. I have people that also just ask me, can I write them down a workout plan? I have people that do that also. I have residual income there from the health side. And any of my friends who have their own gyms and they need me to come ahead and speak and say something to a class, I go ahead and do that and I help out there too. Now, when it comes to this YouTube thing, how my residual income is going to come from a YouTube thing. I'm just about monetized. I will be there very quick. But outside of that, when my music is playing, when I'm doing all this other stuff that comes on here, I am part of the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. Go ahead and type up ASCAP. So when things go on, when I am doing things, when certain things happen, I get paid royalties and I get that also. I set myself up for the work that I am doing. I want to get paid for what I am doing. I set myself up for that right there. That's what I do. I set myself up to make money for myself. I don't work for anyone else. I cater and deliver my own catering myself too for my own special events that I have to put together or for my own things that I want to go ahead and get stuff for. I do that myself. I create everything for myself. I am my own business, and everything that I do is tied into my tax form as under Robert Reese and under my hot facts. Everything is tied into me. That's my business. So when I'm teaching you guys about business, you need to understand the mind that's coming to you. You would be someone that keeps getting written up at work, and they would have to send you in to talk to me to get retrained. That's what they would have to do to you. Because facts in your face don't work. You got to get beat up or something. You keep coming and talking stuff. I've given you the opportunity to come in the link. I just put up a video that shows you that I accept every single order. It has my acceptance rate up there at 97%. You see it at 31 bucks an hour. You see it there, but you're not commenting on that though. You're not commenting on any of that. And now you want to comment on some dumb stuff that I'm saying, things that these people who are so brilliant and they've been dealing with this no tip and all the bad customers and transparency and what can we deal with this stuff for all these years, that when they go ahead and put together something, they forgot everything that they were complaining about. Why are you mad at that? Why are you mad at that? Why are you mad at that? Don't you want to change? And you ask me, what am I doing for the gig economy? I am helping. There's people here that are not from the gig, but guess what? They order. People that are watching Nitro, Whole Crew, and Sherry and all you guys, let me tell you this. They say no tip, no, and this is a perfect thing to let all of them know, because you probably delivered to some of these people in their states. If you got your food late, you wonder why it was cold, and you had a cash tip waiting for them, they did not want to come because they called you a miserable human being, and they say no tip, no trip. Get your food cold. That's what they do. They do this thing, and they had a rally with all the people that believe in that crap, and I speak against that crap. I speak against that crap. That's what they do. They say, we're not going to move our car unless they pay us a certain amount of money. They have to show us what this person is. They even say we have to kick customers off the app who don't want to just give us money without us doing the work first. We are our own boss. When we go into a restaurant, we don't have to check in. We don't have to check in like a vendor, because most vendors are representing a business. When they check in, they go into a place and check in. We don't have to check in like that. Well, guess you do. You are the vendor. You are the third-party rep that took on the responsibility. You have to check in. Quit saying, well, when we go in, they just stare at us. Man, go ahead and check in and quit being a baby. What's up, Rob? Quit being a baby. Quit being a baby. Quit being a baby. I help customers. The people who are listening are like, man, there's drivers like that. Yes, that's why I only deliver the food for Uber Eats. The customers who are on Uber Eats, they understand the process of, oh yeah, I'm going to tip more because of this and that. That's why I work for that app. So customers out there, it costs a little more, but you're guaranteed better service if you use Uber Eats. Okay, if the driver wants to do that no tip, no trip crap, you can actually take that tip away. If you text them and talk to them and they still forget stuff on purpose and they just don't care, you can take that stuff away. You can do that. You can also add a tip for them giving all the way great service that you have never had, because all the other drivers are trash. That's why I do my work for Uber Eats. I have a contract with Uber Eats. They put the drivers and the customers on rating scales so that you get matched up with the right person, okay? When I speak like this and I show people facts and everything else, you know what it does to someone that doesn't do this job? It educates them on to be a better consumer, what to look for, what to look out for, what to do, what not to do. How can I help a driver and not have them come and do these things to me? It's not just saying, give them all my money. That's not what it is. That is not what it is. That is not what it is, okay? I'm still waiting on Grubhub. I've been on that waiting list for like over a year. I've done Doordash. I got a Doordash bag out there. Doordash owes me like $15,000. Postmates has paid up. I've gotten over $25,000 from Postmates for my class actions from not getting paid. Doordash tried to refuse of me. I had to go send in my red card and everything else and my documents, and they still tried to refuse me. That's why I don't mess with Doordash. They messed up business with me, so I know who I'm dealing with. I don't mess with Doordash. None of you guys have ever messed with Doordash with a lump sum of cash like that. I have, and they did me dirty. So I do not do anything for Doordash. I don't do it. I only go for apps to where my business that I put in, the work that I put in is what I am going to get out. Okay, I just went out. I did a total time of 1 hour and 50 minutes and made $61.87. Okay, I went out for 1 hour and 50 minutes and made $61.87. I watch you guys multi-app and pick and choose your orders. You guys are out there for a long time trying to make that money. I knock it out and use my skills to go ahead and get mine. It's something that you guys got to watch in these videos to see how does he interact with people. How do some of these restaurants allow him in and the other drivers out? What does he do so he can walk into a locked restaurant and no one else can? Why won't you ask those questions to figure out what the hell it is that I'm doing? You don't want to ask that stuff because I tell you every single day and you don't want to listen. It's good business. It's good business. It's good. And all you guys say, that's doing too much. Well, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He says you don't do Grubhub or DoorDash. I've worked for DoorDash. I just told you, I've worked for DoorDash. I got a DoorDash bag out there. Okay. Let me tell you this. You may not have worked for DoorDash when it was doing this. When I worked for DoorDash, I had to go to the orientation at the building in Ontario. There were like 20 other drivers and watch a video and people talk. I had to do the orientation for DoorDash. Did you have to do the orientation or did you hop in after the pandemic? When did you have to do the orientation for DoorDash? Now, how do I know about the orientation? That lets you know how long I've been driving for. Okay, Instacart, done Instacart. I do best deliveries and Get Swift. I've also done Wag the dog walking. I have done things that you have not done. Okay, my own catering is my own app. I got to get the person's address and put it in and drive. That's my own app. That's me. That's me. That's me. Yes. Don Anthony, he said, Lisa, he doesn't do anything but Uber Eats. Exactly. Because they allow you to give you more. They allow the customer to tip you based upon your own thing. I have done the other apps. Don't you know that the object is to, okay, let me try these things and figure out which ones I like the best. And that's the one I'm going to do. So because I've done all the apps, because I've done all the apps and I pick which one works best for me, it's an issue because I still won't do the one that cheats people out. You're an idiot and you're walking behind a bunch of other sheep. If that's how you feel, you are a sheep. I've done all the apps. I said I won't do groceries anymore, and I'm doing Walmart Spark because it's better than Instacart. The loads aren't that large, and you're getting paid just about the same amount of money. I'm doing Walmart Spark. I said I won't do groceries anymore. I've done them all. And you're mad because I won't do the one that you guys all do that and you guys can complain about. Why would I look at a bunch of people complain about something so bad and then go and still do it? Secondly, why would I go and do an app that does that to people after they screwed me out of money? Why would I do that? Why would I go and do that like an idiot? You got to be an idiot. You got to be an idiot. I don't have DoorDash anymore. I just told you I don't work for DoorDash anymore. Why would I pull up a DoorDash app? I don't work for them anymore. I'll tell you this though, if I try to go from all the messages that DoorDash sends me, all I got to do is type in my email and it says welcome back. It says welcome back. Okay? It says welcome back. It says welcome back. I'm not on the app, but it says welcome back. Okay? It says welcome back because I used to be a driver. Okay? I used to do DoorDash sucks. DoorDash sucks. You guys complain about, and then you guys complain about this. What really you guys should have talked about was this right here. Man, is it really worth it or is it really right that we want to have people who get their ratings up there to see everything? Like, is it really right to have them like we can do the same thing like them and they have to work for it? None of you guys even talk about that. And that brings me into this right here. We're going to get into this video of this DoorDash driver that got deactivated. He got deactivated for he dropped off the food. Yes, he did drop off the food. But at the same time, they said that he did not drop off the food. And he got deactivated. So we're going to watch that. And I'm going to give you guys my real reason on why this guy got deactivated. Okay. I'm going to give you my all the way real reason. And I have proof to back this up. Okay.
I'm going to give you guys all my real reason. All those gig, conference, Cannibal, and all them, it's an open link right here. They don't want to talk about the stuff on how they can help each other out. They're looking at my videos and they're looking at things that I'm doing right, saying that, man, we don't want people to really do that. That's what they're doing. It's obvious. You guys don't want people to do what I do, but guess what, Don Anthony? The drivers that I vet out here, they are driving right. Tony Lopez, what's up out there, Tony Lopez? Watch my rookie that I vet that I'm vetting right now. Tony is out there doing $250 a day. Now let me tell you this: the $250 a day comes without Prop 22. You get your Prop 22 money after. It comes a week later. The money that he's making for that day is him out there going and doing his thing. That's what you guys don't understand. Also, I've been on Grubhub thing for like a year because it's too. Look, Grubhub payout here is so well that the drivers do not like. The drivers Grubhub is not as busy as the other ones, so the drivers that they have for Grubhub, it's sold up. Those drivers are not letting go of Grubhub. This dude's weird. All right, Title Rob, Prop 22 is this. All right, so for the drivers that go out there, let's say there's an issue with the restaurant, they have to wait longer, they have to call up customer service, things like that they were not getting paid for. Proposition 22 guarantees a driver is going to get a guaranteed $16 an hour for all of the active time when he accepts an order and when he completes it. They calculate all of your time that you work actively, and on Uber Eats, it's every other week. So every other week, they'll give you the difference of what it is. So if you made half of what it said it was, they give you the difference of that, and then they give that to you in a lump sum to cover up for the wait time, any maintenance you may need on your car, things like that. Because a lot of drivers are complaining about it, and they're not doing nothing. It's just that my state went ahead and did something, and they put that in place. Now there's other states that have something in place that they are doing, but it's not the same. No other driver out there who's not from California can speak on this because I'm in California and I break it down. There's other people that drive in California that drive, but they multi-app so much so that they don't even get the proper earnings to even know how to break it down. I am the person that knows how to break the whole thing down. That's what Prop 22 is. These other drivers in other states think that they're giving you money per every single order that you are doing. No. And then they think that we're taking everything just because we're getting paid that. No, we have extreme multi-appers out here. They know that they can still multi-app and do their same thing. The only difference is they're getting paid for the actual time of them doing the multi-apping. And that's what you guys don't even understand there either. You guys better wake up. You guys better wake up. Shoot, better wake up on that. Now I'm gonna show this video of this DoorDash driver. Now, people, he walked into the place of business of the person and confronted them about what they did. You know, if you got fired, I would have too, because there's nothing else you can lose. So there's nothing wrong with him doing this. But this was not what got him fired. I will let you know what got him not fired, deactivated, because you are not a W-2 employee. They deactivated your contract because you are an independent worker. And this is where, as an independent boss, this is what can happen when you as an independent boss show poorly on the other side than just a human, okay? Let me go ahead and mute this and show you.
Hi again. I delivered food here yesterday. Hi again. I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle, and you put down that I didn't deliver it to you because I just got fired from my job. Yeah, it was you. This is my only source of income. I do this all day. Now I'm fired from my job because you want your $10 burrito? No. Are you out of your mind? Who does this? Who does that? You got me fired. Like, I need the corporate number or something, because I need to get your ass fired. Does anyone have a corporate number? You have one?
I'll contact Doordash.
Yeah. All right. You want to say that you got your food?
I'll contact them, but
what? Did you get your food or what?
How are you?
I even called my lawyer. He told me I can call the cops because it's theft. It's theft. Are you gonna say you got your food or not? Or should I call the cops? Because you're stealing.
I'm not stealing.
Yeah, you are stealing. Yeah, who does that? Who fucking raised your ass? Who raised you? Seriously. Fucking piece of trash. That's what you are. Trash. Are you the manager?
Can I help you?
Yeah. I delivered food here yesterday from Chipotle on Doordash. I Doordash all day. That's my main source of income. That's all I do. And this girl, I delivered it to her. And then she went on Doordash and put down that I didn't deliver it here. So then this morning I wake up to go Doordash and I'm fired because of her. Because she said I didn't deliver it. I would never do that. I had it right to her. That's the girl. Is there a corporate number I can call or something? Because you guys have thieves working
Let me
here.
give you a phone number here.
You have.
All right, man. That dude right there. I would have been pissed off too for getting deactivated. Now I want to break this video down for you guys. Let me break this video down. My memory is pretty good. He said, I lost my job. I work for Doordash. Red flag there, people. He says he lost his job. He works for Doordash. You are an independent contractor. You are your own boss. You should not think of this as your job. And he's probably a no tip, no trip. You see what mindset I'm telling you, I'm trying to get you guys to understand. He's telling them now, he's trying to make it like a heartfelt story. You know, a heartfelt story. I lost my job. I work for Doordash because the people out there think that you work for Doordash. But when he's on YouTube, he's telling people he's an independent contractor and he's his own boss. He can accept any order and do whatever the hell he wants to do. He can deny all day. Okay, that's what's going on here. Now, it's wrong of her to do that. No one should do that whatsoever. She's trash. She is trash. She is all the way trash. Okay. Now, we also know that when you do this job, because we know people do that, there's going to be times to where that happens. We understand that. And most of the time, the driver does not get deactivated. Now, I'm going to tell you this. This is how someone gets deactivated when something like this happens. Now, people, you guys say that your ratings don't matter, your satisfaction ratings don't matter, your acceptance rate and all these things don't matter. Well, check this out, okay? When something like this happens, okay, all they're going to do is just look at your ratings. They're going to look at your acceptance rate. They're going to look at how many you accept. They're going to look at all of that stuff. The computer is going to put you in the algorithm of not productive for the company, deactivation. Now, if that happens to you, and you get that warning saying the person didn't get their food, I've seen it happen in like Pedro's and even Kim's site, I think. I've seen that happen. Normally what happens, you get that warning, right? You get that warning. They go back and check. Oh, this is not happening with this driver. There's not a lot of this and that. You know, there's not that stuff at all. Okay, so when they go back and look at that and they see like, oh, not productive, you are gone. Now, if it goes back and now let me give you my stats: 97% acceptance rate, 99% satisfaction rate. I take every single order. I get a lot of thumbs up from the people out there. If something happens to me out there, they're gonna go back and look at the ratings and the stats and be like, oh, that was just a mistake. And how I know this is what they do, because I just had an incident with Walmart Spark when I used the word transparency with the store manager there, and she got so upset and she wanted to report me. When I called Walmart Spark themselves, and I did it right there in the Walmart, I went over this live too. I called Walmart Spark while I was there in the Walmart, and the representative on the phone told me, she said your metrics are awesome. She looked at my metrics. She said your metrics are awesome. Now, if your ratings and everything don't matter, why would she look and tell me that my metrics are awesome? Because if my metrics were bad and they got a complaint from the place, guess who they're going to take off their platform? Me, the driver, because I'm replaceable. Anyone can fill that contract. Anyone can. So that dude got let go as far as being deactivated because he had a bad track record. No one wants to bring that up right there. Now, it's sad that person did that. The people say that she got fired. I don't know. But typically when someone does something like that and it hits airways, everyone knows this. They either resign or they get let go. I don't know. I haven't followed up on it. I will follow up on that to bring you guys that extra news there. So, but you guys got to understand. Now, also, the DoorDash Revolution has a video up to where he's having issues with his phone and he calls DoorDash. He's on there with a live representative for DoorDash, and the DoorDash representative is letting him know that if this happens because of ratings and acceptance rate, the computer will automatically deactivate you from the system. The DoorDash Revolution has that video up. He was here on my show, and I actually went over the video with that on there also, Don Anthony, if you want to hear that from DoorDash themselves. We have that proof. Then my proof is coming from on my end with a completely different app with the Walmart Spark representative saying your metrics are awesome, meaning that she was looking at my stats and my record. That's what lets you know. This guy got deactivated because he's done too many things to customers and he's gotten too many thumbs down, or customers have gotten refunds too many times off of him. So in the eyes of the algorithm, not the YouTube algorithm, in the eyes of the algorithm for that delivery platform, he was not profitable. He was not worthy of being monetized. So they deactivated him. He had too many bots on his channel. He has to start back over from scratch. That's what he did. Now he'll probably go to Uber Eats and figure out, man, I can't do that same DoorDash stuff. I got to do right by the customer. Then what's going to happen is he's going to start getting extra tips because he's going to be doing right. Okay. Real talk with Roy. I'm telling you, Roy, they come at me, man. I just got to let them know, man. What's up, Nitro? I did my video today, Nitro. I gave you a shout out when I was doing my ride along. I was going up to one of the doors, and you hear yourself on my other phone that I carry up there while I'm doing my thing, and I talked to the camera, and I said, I'm watching Nitro's live while doing my work. So I gave you a shout out in the middle of my video there too. But you people, man, I'm breaking it down, man. This dude got deactivated for the reasons there. Okay, now what I would have done, now we also know this, the Git conference, we have seen a lot of drivers say that they've been deactivated. DoorDash Tips was deactivated. He found another way back on though. We see drivers that talk about getting deactivated for no reason at all. I think the Git conference should have emphasized at least some of that, how not to get deactivated, or at least this, how to use the algorithm of the application that you are using to make your money. There is an algorithm there. Okay, there is an algorithm there. So if you're not working with the algorithm of the app, you are working against it. Okay, just because it's not YouTube, there's still an algorithm with all of this stuff here. And you have to understand that there's an algorithm. Once you understand the algorithm, you are in the algorithm, and all your stats are aligned up there, top notch. That's how it works. Okay, that's how it works. And I have offered for people to come up and show their metrics. To show their metrics. My metrics on Walmart Spark, I'll read them off. These guys put content up there, but they don't read their metrics off. I'll read my metrics off one more time for those who want to know. Because I did it yesterday. I'll do it one more time. I'll read my metrics off. My metrics on Walmart Spark, okay? I'm at a 94% arrival time. Yesterday, I took 2 orders that they gave them to me late because drivers didn't want to do them, but I still took those things. So I'm in the orange there, which is meeting the standards. 95% gets me back to the green. 0% drop rate. I don't drop any order. 88% acceptance rate. I take the orders, and sometimes you'll miss orders because it vibrates, and if it's on your hands-free and you're watching YouTube, you can miss an order. So that's why it's not up there at like the whatever it is, but I don't drop any of them. I'm in the green. Customer service rating is in the green at the 4.7 there. I got 61 trips. I have not turned down any order that I have been given. And Savvy Shopper just wrote me a comment right now. I put the link up there. You can come on the link. I'm not typing a text, and I don't want to. You're an older lady also, and I have respect for my elders, just like I told Dash and Grandpa. I did not want to keep reading the text and then getting them wrong. I post up a link. All these people go live on their own channels, and they go appear on other people's channels. You know, like, I don't bite your head off, people. I allow you to speak like two human beings, you know, and most of you guys don't want to hear what I got to say because I'm telling you how you're supposed to be as a real business owner. And you guys just want to cut corners. That's not my problem. That's not my problem right there. That's not my problem. And the things that I do, it keeps me well. You know, I didn't have to go and do 3 apps to make $60. I used one app in 1 hour and 50 minutes and made $61.87. I was able to shoot film. I threw up 4 shorts, did a video. I'm doing a live, uploaded the video. I'm going back out there later. When I go back out at night, I'm probably going to do like $80 at night. I'm probably going to work until about like 12:30 at night, do another $80 right there, and I'm good. And I'm going to do that in under 5 hours. So, because I know when to drive also, and I know, you know, how I do when I do my thing. I interact with people. Don Anthony, look at the video I just put up of me interacting with the guy and knowing that his dog was Saint Bernard and Akita, and getting a conversation with him that was just like that. He tipped me extra because you don't know what? Most people don't know that. Most people don't know how to look at things and bring up something that can spark someone and get them into their thing. Most people don't know about that stuff. But this driver got himself deactivated for things that he did previous to this incident. It's kind of like if you work at a warehouse and they have you on that point system. If you come late, you get like 3 points. You know, you call in and you don't have any sick time to use. You get those points. When you get a certain amount of points, it doesn't matter. All those points that are built up, that's your track record. So once they get you to these points, they let you go. That's just what the computer does. They do it automatically. It's the exact same thing. Now there is I'm going to show you guys the DoorDash Revolution is my ace. He's my ace, and I have brought up footage, okay? And for the people who don't know, I'm going to let you guys, Nitro and all you guys, I'm going to let you guys know how serious this stuff is, how serious money gets with these people. I'm going to show you something right now. Let me see. And this is what I'm saying. These people at the Get conference, they don't even talk about this as this can be a way as of you losing money. They don't even talk about this stuff. Like, you got to talk about this stuff. And we're going to, now this is where Gary right here, this is where this is for you. We're going to break down and clarify phone jamming and what it absolutely is. And if Keith Jenkins is here, Keith Jenkins is a police officer. So after I play this video, if someone can get a hold of Keith, I would love to get Keith's feedback because he is an actual police officer. So none of the content creators out there are trying to get the real police in to help with this question also. None of them except for me. You know why? Because this is Hot Facts. I put myself in situations where I can use myself. I know how to talk to people. Once again, community service. Once again, okay? Once again. Let me see. Let me go to my videos. Let me see. Let me go to my videos. Can I search across your channel? DRAWL. Brawl. Oh, that's all I gotta type right there. All right.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert.
All right. I'm gonna bring this up. Now I'm gonna push mute. I'm gonna share this screen. Now, what you guys are about to watch Okay, what you guys are about to watch, and this is why I understand Gary now, because he's asking questions, and Gary's not like the rest of them, and I understand now what Roy meant when he said that. Gary's different. He's not coming at me in this crazy weird way. He's actually asking questions to figure out what's going on, because he's a tech guy. Any tech guy will want to know if something is going on with drivers not making money. I want to know about that. So this is why I'm going to show this again, and then we are going to break down the classification on what it is, and if Keith Jenkins is here, he will be able to tell us where do we classify this in, so no one else can say nothing, because this is hot facts. And by the way, people, like, share, subscribe this live stream. Like, share, and subscribe this live stream. If it ain't hot, I don't have it here. If it ain't hot, I don't have it here. All right. And with that being said, let me share this screen. Let me do this. Now, for the people who are watching Nitro and all you guys, what's going on in the UK, and we actually have people here. We have people that are out there. When people are trying to make their money and doing their deliveries, they want to get their pings from the restaurants, because it knows how close they are to the restaurant. It knows the ratings that they have, and they send the items to the drivers, so the drivers can get the work. Now we have drivers out there who are manipulating the GPS to make it seem like they are there closer, and it puts the other drivers out of range, so the other drivers are not getting the orders. So if you're putting someone out of range, to me, that's some type of block that they're putting you out of range. We got to figure out what the classification of this is so we can break this down. But this is what's happening in the UK because of it. They are fighting like gangs. Certain people have territory. Check this out.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Gig news, people, worldwide gig news. Talk about everything. Now, reason behind the wild McDonald's brawl among delivery drivers. Let me tell you about this. An app scam is believed to be behind the vicious brawl among delivery drivers that broke out at a McDonald's restaurant. The brawl happened last month outside of McDonald's in the tolling district in South London. I did a video of, not this one. Video of the fight was shared to social media at the time and shows more than a dozen delivery riders outside the store, with most wearing helmets. Suddenly, one launches a flying kick into the back of another driver, and a group reacts with several punches thrown, and the fight spills onto the road. Stop, stop, call the police. Someone is heard yelling in the video. Part of the crowd seems to disperse and sirens are heard. However, a few linger out in front of the McDonald's and the fight continues on the road in front of the traffic. The video was first shared by London and UK Street News social media. At the time, there was no context as to why the fight broke out. But however, the Sun recently revealed an app scam. Some delivery drivers and riders are allegedly using might be the reason that the fight broke out. Now, the reason why I am bringing this up, okay? Now, check this out. It was allegedly that some drivers for Uber Eats, Deliveroo, and Just Eat are using apps to manipulate their GPS setting to a spoof location, so make it seem as though they are at a restaurant or branch. While they might actually be far away, by doing this, they might get new orders through delivery service, such as services like deliveries closest to the driver. Okay, wow. They are crazy. Some McDonald's are no-go zones now. Carlos, a Dominguez delivery driver, told the Sun. Aggressive drivers intimidate anyone coming on to their patch. So many fake their GPS and fake multiple orders with different accounts. Now, okay, so now that we just heard that's a clip from the live of me putting it out there so everyone can see the other gig people out there that make videos. This should be something that they're talking about also on why someone could be not making money in a zone. Just because you don't believe it, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. That's why I have to bring it up there. Hot facts. Now, they're using the GPS to make them seem closer, put the other ones out, and they're using it and using they have multiple accounts. They're using multiple accounts also. So if they're using multiple accounts and doing all this stuff, you heard them say, the driver said that some of these places are no-go zones because they're aggressive. Now, what I'm saying, if this is absolutely happening, and if they have that type of thing to do that, what is it called? Because when Doordash Revolution went over, he went over, what the law is that makes it a felony. It has GPS in there. It has GPS and all of these other things. It has GPS manipulation and all of this stuff under there. So does it all fall under does it fall under phone jamming or signal jamming? My whole thing is that if you are using a signal and the signal you are using is directly to your phone and that's how you get your orders, doesn't that kind of tie it into a phone jammer? If the signal is making you not be able to get it on your phone, doesn't that make it a phone jammer? Or I just got to know the right classification or the verbiage so I don't give people the wrong verbiage, because that's what Gary says. Gary says, well, it's not phone jamming, and I told him that I'm trying to get it out there as content, and he says, I get that. So he wants to know, and we want to correct this. I told Gary, I wrote him back. I said, we will correct this live on the show. So I'm trying to correct this live on the show and give my word. So what is it classified as? If Keith Jenkins is watching or someone can get him to say something, I want to know what it's classified as, because from with Ghost 77 and with the Doordash, from what they read are the laws, and I do believe I heard GPS inside there, that it's all classified under the same umbrella. I just want to know what's the real classification for it so we can know, so we don't, because using verbiage that most people don't want to go by, it's making it an issue. But it has to be an issue because it's happening. And if there's an area right now to where they've already had one guy arrested over there in their market, someone was arrested there. And if it's happening there, and we all know that technology travels around the world, we already know if it's happening in one red, white, and blue state, that's the other USA. We know it's happening here. Now we got people that work in a market that say they know what's happening, and they actively call DoorDash like, what's going on here? And then they know what's going on, but no one is believing them because they think they're crying wolf. So when I put this video up, this is not junk news or anything else like that. It lets you know that where it came from, the news that they got it from, the video, the footage. This is not fake. So if it is happening, as a content creator who does worldwide gig news, I'm in Thailand. I'm in Australia. I'm in India. I'm in Ghana. I'm in the UK. I'm all over the place with this. I'm in Vietnam now. I'm all over the place with this. Why would I not report on things that are happening? Because it could be happening in one place. It could be happening in a whole nother place. So me as a content creator and as someone that has a channel that conducts the news, I have to put this out there if I see it. Because this is news. I told you guys I do the gig news. Okay? I do the gig news. So if I do the gig news, then this has to go up there, just like the gig conference. I have to talk about that. Just like the guy right now that got deactivated by having too many bad strikes on his record. I have to talk about that. You know, like it's part of the gig game. It's part of it. Did I get deactivated from Doordash? No, never, not one time. I can, if you guys want me, all right. If you guys want me to sign up for Doordash again and just to deactivate myself, I can sign up and not use the app. That's how I don't have Instacart anymore. I never used Instacart for such a long time. I'm not on Instacart anymore. I would have to sign up with Instacart all over again. I have to sign up for Doordash, and I don't want to do Doordash. DoorDash is not good. I look at the DoorDash drivers when I'm going in, like, why would I go back to something I left? Never got deactivated. I've never got deactivated from any app, not one app. Okay, now Payman says, you'll know if you're getting jammed if no phones in your vicinity. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Payman. That's what I'm saying. Under the whole umbrella of the phone jamming thing that Ghost 77 and the DoorDash Revolution read, and this is why, Payman, I'm trying to figure out where Keith Jenkins is. He was in here earlier. He's an actual police officer. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You're talking about actual phone jamming. It blocks out the phone. Okay, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if you are using your phone, okay, if you are using your phone and the GPS is tracked and it's in your phone, if they have the ability to jam the signal to make themselves appear and you not there, and you're not getting it because your signal is jammed from your phone, doesn't that technically make it a phone jam? That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's all I'm. If somebody is out there who understands what I'm saying, hit that link. Hit the link and join in. That's all I'm saying. What is the classification of a phone jam? That's what I want to know. What is it? What is the phone jam? Because if I cannot use my phone, I guarantee without going and looking no book, I'll be like, man, why's my phone jammed? I might make a reference like that just out of that, not like really thinking that my phone is jammed. Like there's people that's old school that still say pop and not soda. You know what I mean? Like they say pop. So like, what if they say like, when people say, man, I'm all jammed up right now. I mean, they're all busy. What if that happens? I'm just trying to figure out what it is so we can break it down. Because just because I reported the news, I'm getting hit like, man, you're giving people the wrong word. I just want to know what it is so I can report it up there so we can know if it's phone jamming, it's phone jamming. If it's signal jamming, it's signal jamming. If it's GPS tampering, let me know what it is. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. What's up, Roy? That's all I want to know, Roy. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know is what is the...
Yeah. I'm gonna jump in on the phone.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got 10 minutes to jump in on the phone jamming thing. Like I said last night, 3 different types of phone jams, jamming devices. You got the mobile, you got a GPS, and you have there's another one that can't come off the top of my head. But the only issue with that is that if you're using if somebody around you is using any kind, it jams your phone as well. So it wouldn't make no sense to use a jammer. Now, as far as the GPS, Don Anthony did say it, like on Android phones. Can everybody hear me, by the way?
Yeah. I got you, bro. Yep, you're all good.
Okay, cool. Like Don Anthony said, when it comes to the cell phone, like Android phones, like my phone, I can put my GPS location right where you're at on my phone. I can set that as my location. So that's already built into your phone where you can put a fake GPS. That's just for tracking purposes. So, But as far as you're jamming other people's phone, yeah, that could be the case in UK where somebody there that's working in a team situation is jamming everyone's phone, and then people outside that radius are getting the deliveries. But at the same time, you're jamming any kind of, oh, the other one's a Wi-Fi jammer. So, but if anything you're jamming with any kind of device, it jams your device as well. Your device is not immune to it. And as far as cell phones go, cell phones don't have that hardware built into them to jam things. It's a specific unit you would have to do that. Either a handheld unit, which does like I think 30 yards, and then they go up from there as far as size goes. But are they being jammed? No, I'm gonna say they're not being jammed at all, because I think personally their situation, it's a location issue. They're having issues in their location. Nobody's gonna sit there and jam other people's phone because they're jamming their own phone at the same time. So it would make no sense.
Yeah, see, and that's why I was hoping Keith Jenkins would have been around, because he's a cop. He's what I'm saying? Because yeah, that's why. And this is why I like Roy, people. I said, so I'm gonna put the link up there. If someone knows what it's called, Roy came up here and said, bam, and these weren't.
And it's just so you know, it's a felony under federal law.
See, so we know something's happening. We don't know what. We're just trying to figure out what bucket we throw it in, people. That's all we're trying to do, is try to figure out where we funnel it into. It's all.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it jamming at all. I would just say, because if somebody's jamming everybody's phone, they're jamming their phone, so it would serve no purpose. But there is a such thing as phone jammers, and like I said, you got a Wi-Fi jammer, a GPS, and your mobile phone. But most of that is military applicated, because they try to block signals from missiles and shit like that.
Alaska Gigs and Guns. I figured out why you were not able to click the link inside the chat yesterday. I can't reply to your question when you asked me about the avocados. They're $1.28, so you have to hit a setting on my name so that we can communicate. That's why you weren't able to hit the link that I was putting up. So,
okay, peace out. I gotta go to work. All right, peace out.
Right,
I gotta go to work. All right.
What's up, Doordash? Let me see. Nitro Freak said, read the FCC guidelines. It lays it all out on GPS and set and cell jammers, if that's what they're using. Yeah, so that's what that's what Nitro. Yeah, we're trying to figure out so GPS and cell jammers go in the same. All right, so I'm just gonna put them, for my better understanding myself, I'm putting it in the same thing. There's no separating it, because you're getting charged with the same crime, right? You're getting charged with the same crime, right? So, boom. What's up, Rev?
What's going on, everybody? I would like to say something about this. You guys don't believe because it's not happening in your area. Now, this is what I'm going to say right here. I'm only going to say it one time. I'm not going to repeat myself. It's just as simple as this right here. We did a survey for 7 months. I don't know what it is that you people don't understand. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if it probably have been Pedro said something like this, or UDM said something like this, or Hannibal said something like this, you would have gave credibility to it. But since I'm not your guy, you don't want to believe the credibility. But when it happened in your area, you're going to be like, he was the first person that told us. We didn't believe him. Now, we tested it out. You talking about building structures and all of that. We did everything that we could think of to try to find out these problems. We know about the Wi-Fi. We know about building structures. We know all about that. We test all of this out. You feel what I'm saying? And about how they doing dirty multi-app. We see proof with our own eyes. That's good enough for us. It's signal jamming. Okay, GPS. That's cell phones. It's jamming the signals on the cell phone. We're not talking about putting your pinpoint in, saying that I'm gonna be in another direction. This is where I want to work at. That's not what we're talking about. We're trying to educate all of you about something that's actually going on. And it's going on in our market. I don't care who don't believe it. What more proof do you need? You feel what I'm saying? We know what's going on, and I'm going to be showing proof. And you better believe I'm gonna be bringing more and more and more episodes. When I come on channels, folks gonna run. When I come on channels, they're gonna run. You see what I'm saying? You can't tell me nothing about my experience. You see what I'm saying? Unless you done put your feet in my shoes. It is signal jamming. Check it out. Check it out. Read it. We got links. Look at it. Dig deep. We ain't talking about just scratching the surface, ladies and gentlemen. Dig deep. I know y'all don't want to believe it. It's illegal. The FCC said it's illegal. You can go to jail. You can get fined for these things. Do your research. You ain't got to take my word. Do your research. But when you do your research, search deep. It's happening here. We know it's happening
What's
here.
up, Nitro? What's
We
up,
know who they are.
Nitro?
Okay? We know who they are. See, we know who they are. So I don't understand. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: you got probably some content creators doing it. You know, I could probably get one real quick, but I don't need to get one just to prove to you that it's happening. You feel what I'm saying? You know, because no sooner as I show it and do it, watch and see where them folks come get me. Now you don't have to believe it, but I'm gonna tell you this is what we need to do right now, and I challenge everybody to do this. Tell me right now on this channel how many ways that you can have glitches. That's what we started with first. We asked ourselves the hard question: how many glitches do you get, or what type of glitches do you get on your phone? Okay, now the difference between iPhone users and Android users. We did a test in our market. We had 3 teams doing this here. Our teams dispersed because of the debate. Our teams dispersed because they were so angry with us Android users. All right. They was like, okay, why is it that you guys can decline and it don't go against your completion rate? But when we decline to go against ours, I told them take it up with Doordash. And then people talking about what the use of you calling Doordash. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. That's what we're trying to do now. Show you that some customer representatives do their job in their protocol in trying to help you troubleshoot these problems and find these problems. Okay, I want somebody to put in the chat line right now down below and quit all this talking about somebody's wife pregnant and all of that. That's irrelevant. That's what's wrong now. Everybody want to sit here and bash one another. That's irrelevant.
Push pause really quick, Rev.
Yeah.
Push pause really quick. Don Anthony, he said at Payment Ali, yeah, they don't understand any. All right, first of all, Don, okay. This is what I don't understand about you. I give you the opportunity to come up here and speak, and you never do. So, but this is what I don't understand. You've been hearing me speak saying, I just want to know, where do we put it into knowing what it is? What about me not knowing? I know about electronics. I'm trying to put exactly what is happening into the right bin that it goes to. What part of that do you not understand? That's all we are trying to do. We got information out here that's there. Now, Nitro Freak right here has hopped in there with an FCC comment. Now, this dude knows more about the government than any of you guys. So just please be quiet. And Nitro, go ahead and let them know something.
All right. What's going on, Robert?
Man, people don't, when things happen, people think, you're making it up, but it's hard when, if I can report on it and it's real, it's, now we got to break it down and figure out what it is. That's all I'm trying to do.
So let me give you a little info. All right. I kind of walked into the tail end of this. I'm not right sure what you guys are talking about and what you're trying to prove. But when it comes to the FCC regulations, if what you guys are saying, and I might be misinterpreting what you guys are saying, but if you guys are claiming that people are using cell jammers, GPS jammers, or any device as a such to interrupt GPS locations, cell phone locations, that is all illegal federally under the FCC guidelines, okay? Now, I've seen some of the guys talk about this mock location thing. The mock location thing is not illegal, but it depends on how it's being used. So, not sure the gentleman's name, Don, in here saying, Android has a thing that uses a mock location. Yes, I have a mock location thing on my Android phone. You can use that to not be tracked for personal reasons, but you cannot do it for any kind of gain when it has to do with monetization, making money from a business, or you working for a business. That is all stated in the FCC guidelines. It doesn't take a rocket science tree to figure it out. I know a lot about this from my federal government background with the military, and I brought up the FCC guidelines on a Google search in about 3 seconds. And all you got to do is type in jammers of cell phones and GPS. Now, underneath the guidelines, I want to read something to you really, really quick that will pretty much put this to facts, okay? Signal jamming devices, i.e. cell phones, GPS, and radar jammers, can prevent you and others from completing 911 and other emergencies calls. These devices can also interfere with communication networks utilized by police, fire, emergency medical services for the determinant of the public safety. Because signal jamming devices pose such significant risks, federal law prohibits customers from using any of these devices within the United States. It is also a violation of federal law for retainers or individuals to market, sell, offer the sale, advertise, import of signal jammers devices into the United States and its consumers. All right. You can read that. It even goes farther. It's a big, long write-up. I'm not going to read it, verbatim, word for word. If anybody wants to see that, you can find that on the internet. So with that being said, all I'm saying is, I kind of walked into the middle. I'm assuming that with the
where Nitro, that's exactly that right there is. Now Doordash was nodding his head. You were right there with him. That's what he's trying to say. Now the video I put up, it's showing a big brawl that happened, and they happen all the time in the UK because they have these crews, and there's someone that's doing it and allowing their people to make the money and the other people can't make any money, and they're taking over territories. So they're using it GPS wise.
It's probably not fair where they're at, but see, the UK, Thailand, Philippines, China, wherever the hell it is, they don't follow under our FCC guidelines. So that might be legal to do it over there, but I can guarantee if you're doing it in the United States and you get caught, you will go to a federal prison. I legitimately know someone that happened to. That is the only reason why I jumped up on the panel, because I found this interesting to see this topic being talked about. It's just like a lot of people would say radar detectors, they're illegal. Yes and no. They are illegal in some states. You can legitimately buy them, but we all know there's a lot of things in the United States economy that you can buy, but they are illegal to own. And if you get caught with them, then you can be federally prosecuted depending on the severity of its use, okay? Mm-hmm. And a big thing, when you talk about GPS jammers, right, we all know GPS runs off a satellite. You get caught messing around with GPS, that definitely is federal. The United States government owns the satellites that float in space that project all these locations for GPS. That is like one of the biggest no-nos in the United States. You can read up a whole write-up on that, because the whole time while I'm sitting here listening to your show, I'm reading down through this stuff. I mean, anybody can find it. That's why this is all public knowledge for anybody to find, because if you are in question of any of this, you're better off to read about it. And I'm not talking some bullshit website. I'm talking the FCC government website.
Right.
They lay it all down plain and simple, okay? Mock location setting, it is not illegal to use in the United States if it does not interfere with police, fire, rescue, GPS. So the mock stuff that everybody sees, okay, that you can use on a cell phone, that's basically for the fear of somebody who's, basically paranoid, and you don't want someone to find your home address, your location. If you got your phone on, that'll pinpoint where you are if they found a way to mock your phone. That is basically what that whole mock stuff is. But now, in the United States under FCC regulation, if you're using that while running a business to deter people from deliveries, fire, rescue, law enforcement, that is all federally illegal. It goes beyond your local police force, well beyond your local police force. Now you're getting into the federal realm, which is a whole different category. All right,
Don Anthony, the article that I was doing it from, it said because of the GPS thing that they are using multiple accounts too. You keep trying to, first of all, all right, Payman and everybody else in there throwing these comments, and this guy has just broke some stuff down. I'm going to let him do one more thing for you guys, and you guys can, Keith did not come, but if you don't have Keith, as far as an officer, this is the government right here who I'm speaking to. Can you let them know your experience in the military, and let them know your background a little bit so they can kind of understand he knows what he's talking about.
So when it comes to GPS and stuff, okay, so I was basically what you would call a federal officer for the United States military, okay? I worked with the special operations, i.e. Delta Force, Special Forces, Green Berets, okay? We use a lot of this stuff in a time of combat, specifically against other countries, okay, for military purposes. Now, us that know how to use this stuff, we're not doing it out in the civilian world. It can only be used when it pertains to your job in the military. So I definitely have a lot of background. Like, we have to know these FCC regulations, because when we do training on this stuff on jammers or cell phones and GPS, we will be using that at home bases in the United States. So we have to be careful how we do it, that it doesn't disrupt law enforcement, 911, and all that other stuff. You know, a lot of people think that, well, just because those jammers are out there and you can buy them doesn't make it legal. It doesn't make it legal for any United States citizen to operate it, even possession of it, even if you're not using it to deter anything. Just being in possession of it, you are in violation of federal laws and guidelines, okay? I can't go into a lot of background with this because of what I do for the military, so I've got to keep it just basically, you know, what the common knowledge stuff is, okay? I'm not going to get into all that, but I can tell you like this. Trust me, guys, if you have any doubt, all right, call your local law enforcement office, all right? Police officers, fire, EMS, they all have to abide by the FCC guidelines as well, just like using police scanners, okay? Well, they're not illegal to have, but if you get caught using them and you use it in a way to intercept stuff that you shouldn't be doing, you can be prosecuted for it, okay? Same thing with CB transmission radios that fall under business rules and, you know, communications amongst truckers, or if it follows under where it involves fire, EMS, all that. There are reasons why these guidelines are laid out for people to watch and read. You know, you can see videos on it where if you don't know how to read, there's videos on it where they dumb it down to the most illiterate person out there. I mean, the information is that everybody's
like Nitro. Most of these dudes they're not understanding why I'm even bringing it up also. They don't understand that if something happens in one place, there's brainiacs all over who communicate all over the world. You know, people can, if it's in one place, it's all over the place, people. It's all over the place. It's just a matter of who's getting caught. You know, if it's already there, you cannot say it's not here in the U.S. I'm just trying to show you guys something to wake you up a little bit. That if it's going on in other places, typically, you know, it has to do with money. Someone's going to try to use that stuff over here. You guys got to wake up and realize that someone will always try to get an advantage when it comes to money. And I thought it was interesting news and good news to bring to my gig world. They are rejecting it for some reason. They don't want to know about it.
I'm reading Don Anthony's comment here. He says, Nitro Freak Robert just doesn't like being wrong, so he's arguing with everyone that it was a jammer, even though the article stated different.
Yes.
Well, I
read it.
Yeah, I can tell you like this. Just because you read an article, what they say doesn't mean that that's what was going on, because unless there's solid stated facts to say, okay, we did research, we found it was a GPS jammer that was causing this, or we found a cell phone GPS jammer that was causing it. I'll be honest. I think we all are old enough and have been in life long enough to know that everything you read, it's just like fake news. People only want you to see what they want you to see or hear what they want you to hear. It doesn't mean the facts that are specifically laid out, unless you have a way to find that those facts can be proven without a shadow of a doubt, period. But an article doesn't mean nothing. I've read many articles in my past life and found that what they were saying in the article is definitely not what was going on. I can give you a prime example, okay? I am a 7-time combat veteran for the United States military. I was all through the Iraq and Afghanistan war. What we were doing over in country and a lot of what was being projected in the news, newspaper, and articles back home to the United States is not what was going on, okay? A lot of it becomes political in that instance. There's a lot of things that reporters can and can't say, but you can't ever trust the news. You can't ever trust an article unless they have provided solid facts. And solid facts are anything that is undisputable without a shadow of a doubt. That means in that article they had to say, this is what we found, this is what proves it, this is what was used, and all this other stuff. If you don't see that in an article, if you don't see all that in an article, then it's just assumptions, okay?
Now, now, this is where this one's a little right. Now, this is where this one is a little bit different. The reporter doing, because I showed the fight first, then I did the article. The reporter that did the article asked one of the drivers, and one of the drivers broke down about how they're using the multiple accounts, and drivers are staying away because of this. Another driver told the reporter, and she put that in the article also. So we get a reporter that saw the fight and then went to go investigate. Then, based upon the work she actually was able to ask the driver, and the driver broke down a little bit more to her. And that's how she found out about they're using the other accounts also. So you know what I mean? So that's why we're breaking it down right now.
I could agree with that. Obviously, if the drivers are the one witnessing this, then I would say it's safe to say that they probably know what's happening. So if they're being reported or a reporter is interviewing them, I would hope that what these drivers are telling the reporter is the facts and it's not getting misconstrued. But again, you got people out there that'll do stuff for notoriety and clout and might misconstrue it. This is, I see what you're trying to do. And look, guys, I'm not taking Mr. Reese's side over Don's side, because I look at everything from both sides of what I see. I am kind of
giving information.
Yeah, I am kind of walking into the middle, but I am smart enough to figure out and pick through what is going on. So, if these in the UK, wherever this was happening, it obviously seems like it's ongoing problems. So they probably have a little insight of what people are using. And I'll be honest, I've been overseas many times. I know what a lot of overseas people use. A lot of that stuff is legal for them to have, okay? And they will use that. I can guarantee you that. But now in the United States, it's a whole different scenario in a whole different boat. So it's not to say that you're wrong or you're going off assumptions, Mr. Reese. I get where you're coming from.
I'm just reporting news because I got people that watch me in England, in the UK. I got people that watch me all over. I report news from all over about the gig stuff. So by itself, I have a duty to my people over there in the UK to report this news also.
And really what I see you're doing, it's not false information. It's not assumptions. You're raising awareness. Okay, let's look at it that way. You're raising awareness of the possibility of what's going on in the UK. Now, you do know, okay, if that was going on in the US and it was a big issue, you would probably see definite, solid facts within that report, okay, because of how it affects our government. 911, police, fire, EMS, rescue, all that stuff. with being in other countries, I can tell you, because I've worked in a lot of other countries as a contractor for the government, dealing with stuff like this. So I know how it works over there when it pertains to their laws and guidelines. I think everybody knows that. You go overseas, you can get away with a hell of a lot more stuff than we can in the United States. And there's a reason for that. You know, that's why we're on such lockdown with our FCC rules when it comes to the government and what they allow, what they don't allow. A lot of countries overseas, they run rampant. You know, they could be using a lot of stuff that nobody knows about. And it's hard to pinpoint it because they don't really make it a big issue. Their governments, you know, really don't put out statements and say, okay, like the U.S., over here, you can't use GPS trackers or jammers or cell phone jammers and all that. You know, they run rampant doing that stuff in a lot of countries. So is it happening? It probably is. Why? Because it would be safe to say it's a common problem. Okay, this is nothing new. It's been known to happen in the past. It's been happening in the present, and it'll probably keep happening in the future until their governments crack down and try to implement an FCC guideline policy like we have here in the United States, okay, under our federal government. You know, our federal government completely different than what happens overseas, but I get it from watching that video, what you're saying, reading the comments and all that. You know, it's a good possibility that that's probably what they were doing over there. You got to realize a lot of these countries will use a lot of fake and illegal things to gain money or business because they don't have the same lifestyle that we do. It's a lot harder in other countries. It's cutthroat when it comes to any business and making money and surviving. Okay. That's what a lot of people don't take into the reality aspect of it. They'll do anything, especially if you got, you know, food drivers in a very poor country where they're paid very minimal. These guys will cut each other's throats any possible to make a delivery and earn a buck to feed their family. That's just the way it is. Right? It's not like that really over here in the US, but you kind of start to see it. You know, you got delivery drivers that are against one another, the Uber Eats and all that. So a lot of those guys are at, you know, each other's throats. You know, they probably should work together. Granted, not everybody's going to get along. Everybody's not friendly. Everybody, you know, you got to do what you got to do, you know, to feed your family, period. But what's going on over there, I'm sure a lot of that stuff is being used. I mean, I could probably put out some facts, but I can't. That's not something that I can say on a forum over the internet. I can't do it.
No one's asking you to do any of that, Nitro.
So, you know, I've got to worry about my background in what I do in the United States. I can comment what I think, but I'm not going to.
Let me sprinkle a little. Let me
go ahead, sir.
Sprinkle. Let me sprinkle a little something on what he's saying. You got classified, confidential, and top secret. What he's talking about is top secret information that we are not at liberty to say. Because I'm also a military guy too. I used to operate the ham radio on the ship on the USS Lexington and also the USS Nimitz and all that. So I know what he's talking about. But I know don't nobody want to believe that it's happening here. It's happening here. It's happening here in the Mid-South. It's happening here. Like I said, we know who it is. And like I said, it's not a serious matter because it's like I said, a lot of people don't look at it that way due to the fact we're not experiencing that. It's just a glitch. It's just a glitch. Okay. We started there first. All right. How many glitches and how many different kinds of various glitches that you can have happen when you're doing this delivery on the app. And we sit there for 3 days, 72 hours. We brainstorm, we put all them glitches down. Okay. Then we started step by step, what you call a process of elimination. Now, when certain drivers come, he had a device that looked almost like the same thing a dude was using on a cigarette lighter to jam a signal. And he had it on the top of his antenna. And he had it on the side of it. And it was pointing straight. So we know what we talking about because we experiencing this. You know what I'm saying? We know what we talking about. And every time he drives by, it does affect. If he's anywhere between 30 to 60 yards or 3 car lengths behind, because he likes to follow. He likes to go around in a circle and he likes to follow. And when he follows you, all of a sudden you start having things happening to your signal. Your signal becomes weak. We know all the areas where we have weak signals at our market. See, that's what everybody don't know. We did the test, we did the study, we did the case study. Now, like I said, Ghost was overhearing us one day talking about it. He said, I want to join up with you guys, man, and we're going to find out what's actually going on here. And just yesterday on your live, while we was live, he said that guy is in front of me. Next thing you know, boom, he couldn't even talk to us. And then when he came back, he said that was him. You see, eventually they're going to catch this guy.
He did that. That's what.
Eventually they're going to catch him. Cause
that's what I'm saying, Nitro. They have it. It's not. See, I'm in California. I'm not in Mississippi. This is what Don and all these guys don't understand. I'm in California. You know, I'm good at where I am. Where he is in Mississippi, Tennessee, over there. This is what happened over there. Now, his buddy, he said they did the study while I was on my live. He was sitting inside his car and said, we got him right here. He's over there. He just got an order. He's sat in his car and he's not driving. He's not driving because he's trying to do their research that they do. He knows what he's doing. So when he said, watch what happens or whatever, his signal started to go out. When the dude left, he was fully back in. So that's what, you know, that's what they are trying to let people know, that where we are experiencing this. Now, since it's happening in their small region right there, it's like they're crying wolf. No one believes them. But I have a platform to where, hey, I'm going to go look into this. I went and looked into it. When I saw something in the UK, I said, oh, there is some truth to this right here. So then me having the news channel, that's when I bring it on out. You know, I guess the other people, they don't want me to bring it out because they think I'm trying to do like some National Enquirer news or something. But no, you know.
People don't want you to talk about that because you're going to mess up people's game. You messing with their money is how they look at it, my man. They don't want the secrets to come out. Come on, we ain't dumb. That's all it is. Hey, one thing I wanted to say to the gentleman.
That's exactly.
My fellow veteran, hey, I appreciate your service. Another fellow veteran, I respect all my fellow brothers and sisters in arms. I appreciate what you do, my man.
Same here, my brother. Same here, because like I said, you was out there, man. You was out there grinding out there, and we fought for the freedom that we have over here. And same to you. I salute you, my brother, for what all you did, man, and what you're still doing.
Thank you very much.
Man, people, I don't know if you guys understand the dudes I like hanging around. I like hanging around this right here. I don't know about the rest of you suckers out there. I like to be in conversations with dudes like this, man. It's grown man talk. If it's not factual, people, we really don't want to bring it up. And if we do bring something else up, people, we want to learn about what it is so we can get straight down to the bottom of the facts. That, you know, that's what it is. You know, I do this thing. And Don Anthony, I appreciate you, man, because you put out so much hate and put your chest out there on all these other channels, but you find yourself here in my comment section during my live. I appreciate that. And I'm going to let you know this, Don. You disagree with me so much. I'm willing to do this because we disagree on damn near everything. I'll give you a co-host spot so you can be on my show as a co-host because I know you're going to go against everything I got to say and we can make it interesting. I offer that invitation to you, Don. We don't got to be enemies. We can work together on this thing and build something. How about that? Now let's see where your big boy pants are. Let's see where they are now. You don't got to sit there inside that. Let's see where they are now.
That's what I tell a lot of people on my channel. Hey,
I'm getting ready to ask a police officer right now. I'm gonna get ready to ask a police officer about signal jamming right now. I'll be back.
There you go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll be back.
We can all agree to disagree, but that's, you know, if you're gonna disagree with everything that someone says, then get up on a panel and have a friendly debate. You ain't got to be enemies about it. Prove your point. Prove your side. There's. You know, that's one thing in the world is there always going to be one person's going to say one thing. They think they know all the laws and they know everything.
Yeah, we had a YouTube channel. We just got to discussing about signal jam.
Different. You know, debate each other. Bring awareness.
Yeah. He's asking the cop, I think. Let me see what he's saying to the cop. Whoa, what happened?
Well, I think he muted
How severe this is. I'm talking to him right now. He said you're getting into federal offense there when you start doing that. Understand?
Okay, see, people, and look, Nitro, these people don't understand. They're dealing with a military man, and he's gonna get to the facts. These young ones don't know that.
Trust me, I wish
That's the same thing. That's the same thing with us in the military because I dealt with.
But I can't. You know, it's and I look at it like this. I don't expect nobody to believe me. You don't want to believe me, you don't have to. I've been there, done that. I know what the FCC laws are, so. You know, I wouldn't get up on a panel and talk about things that I don't know about. It just makes you look like a friggin' idiot, okay? Plain and simple. If I could go more in detail to some of that stuff, believe me, I would love to because I'm one of those guys that straight up, all right? 100, keep it 100. I always believe in whatever you gonna spit out your lips, you better put facts to it because you're always gonna have them naysayers that aren't going to believe what you say. I mean, all the people on your panel, they don't know who the hell I am. I'm just some joker sitting up here, you know, talking about whatever. They don't know my background. They don't have to believe it. You know, they don't know me, and that's fine. But when I'm passionate about stuff, when I know the facts and I know the laws, and I know the laws very, very well, okay? My whole family is law enforcement, all right? I got 2 brothers that are state troopers. I've been through the police academy myself, but decided to go into Homeland Security, counterterrorism background, so I didn't want to become a cop. But look, I know about this stuff. It's what I've done my whole life, okay? I'm not up here just spitting, you know, shit out of my mouth to make me sound, you know, cool on the internet or whatever. And even farthermore, even if you weren't listening to me or even took in anything I've said, look, people, all this stuff is on the internet. It's a matter of public record to protect you, okay? So that you as a citizen in the United States, now I can't say for foreigners because our laws do not apply to them. Anything you want to know as a citizen of the United States, what laws are legal, illegal, all that, there are websites for all that stuff out there. Now, a lot of them sites, all right, may be written up by people that don't have the facts. So I would say this, get on a government site, okay? There are plenty of government sites out there that are not going to let you read some bullshit, period, okay? They are legit government websites. If you don't know how to find them and how to use them, I would highly suggest when stuff like this is in question, when you're talking about this topic, devices, when it deals with GPS and all that other crazy stuff out there, whether it's legal or illegal in the United States, go to a government website and it will tell you the laws down to the T. So that when your ass gets hemmed up and you go to court, you can't say, I didn't know. Well, I read it on this site. I read it on this site and it didn't clarify it. The judge sitting up that you're in front of, he don't care about that. He's going to go by the laws of the United States, the federal government rules and regulations, the FCC. And if you don't know, get a local cop to tell them to you. They know it. They have to be up to date on all the new laws that come out, whether it's legal or illegal, period. There is no question about it.
Now, Jaded Kansas says Nitro has a nice car. Jaded Kansas, we're setting up something so you can see more of that stuff for you there. Yes, that car is nice right there. Yes, indeedy. Now, Payments has a question for you, Nitro. Payment Ali says, question for Nitro, is GPS spoofing a federal violation?
Let me tell you this. Go look that up. All right, this would be a good thing to get you some knowledge, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Look that up and see what you find on a government site, okay? Look that up. That is a very good question. Look it up. But remember, anything that deals with GPS, what does GPS fall under? Who runs GPS? The federal government. Just keep that in mind when you're looking for answers for that. All right? Don't look at it as, well, he said, she said stuff. Like when you talk GPS, GPS ain't something to play around with. GPS is in place for a reason, not only for the United States, but for military use. Okay, our federal government. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Go look that up. You will be surprised what you find.
Don Anthony says he says he's gonna get a what's he say right here? He says he's gonna get a jammer now and start trolling gig workers. That is a great idea. Thanks for pointing this out. See, look, all the hate, we had to do all this stuff for you to be my friend right now. That's why I extended the invitation to you, man. Don, you disagree with me so much. I'm telling you, I will give you a co-host spot because it's oil and water, man, and then we'll agree sometimes like that. So I'm giving you the opportunity, man. You can always come up here and do something. I know I see you in a lot of the other people's lives, but I'm gonna do what they don't do. I'm gonna extend the hand to you since you like to talk. Let's get you up here and try to polish that up a little bit, man. Let's put that to use. Let's put that to use. Now, I do it. Yeah, I do stuff like that. Shoot.
That would make a great interview and a great debate with someone like that. I mean, I don't understand why people hide behind a computer screen and just want to assume they know everything. Get up on the panel and talk with the man. State your case. If what you feel or what you believe in is true, and Mr. Robert Reese is wrong, then go toe-to-toe with him. Debate it. Make him see what you believe in. You never know.
Say I'm sorry. And I'll say I'm sorry. I was wrong.
You might make a believer out of him, or you might totally stump him. Okay, this is why
that's fun too. That's fun. I like that stuff. That's fun. That excites me. I like doing this, and a lot of the people in our gig world, I come from that competitive background to where we're all peers now. I'm looking at your channel like, hey man, nope, I'm about to come smash you guys out because I'm about to come bring this. I'm gonna say this because I heard you say that. That I'm into that competitive fire, but keep it friendly. A lot of them are just not used to that. They're not used to it. They're not used to it, and a lot of them, they got to understand that this is media now. It's not like, we're sitting in front of the Starbucks and we're talking. This is media now. Things you say can be made into a reaction video. People can make it into a short. This is media now. It's a whole different ball game. And a lot of the people don't understand what the ball game is that they've entered into. That's why they're so touchy when people speak. These are people that would listen to the barbershop talk but not get into the barbershop talk. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I'm reading Don's comment. He says, I don't assume. I posted facts in the chat. They aren't using a jammer. They are using a mock location. He has yet to say, okay, yeah, you guys are correct, even though the article said it.
The article said that they are manipulating the GPS to make them appear closer to the places and put the other drivers away. So they're putting them out there. Now, what the other driver said, he said that they're using multiple accounts to hide their location. That's what they're doing. That's what it said. So multiple accounts, that could be mock right there. If you want to say they're using multiple accounts to try to do something. All in all, if they're using multiple accounts and still making themselves appear and the other one's not, it's still the same thing is what I'm saying. There's nothing to argue about that. How they do it, it don't matter because it's leading to the same thing. It's like how you talked about yesterday. You talked about the math. How I was just like you. I do the math and I just do the math. They want me to show my work. I know the answer. You know what I mean? I got the answer. That's all that matters. How you get to the answer, It's the same answer. So in this case, the same answer is still a crime. It's still a crime because it falls into the same ballpark. It doesn't matter. They put it all there. And that's all it is. News for people to know. Just know that it's there. It was brought up. Don't dwell on it. It's not for you guys to dwell
So,
on.
Mr. Reese, educate me on this. So, is what this Don gentleman is saying? So, see, where this was happening was obviously overseas. That may be okay for them to do that over there. What they're doing over there, doing the same exact actions, whether it's mock locations or not, that is illegal in the United States.
Thank you.
So, is he saying that it's okay to do that in the United States and it's not illegal?
He is trying to say that using a mock location is not illegal to do. They're using what he is saying is you can use a mock location and that's fine. He doesn't understand that they have it so that they're making them appear, they're making the locations or do all this other stuff for business and money. He's not understanding what they are doing and how they're generating money and other people are not. He doesn't understand that part. He doesn't understand that it could be happening here and no one really knows what's going on because they just think it's a regular glitch. Now, Doordash is just saying that it happens because it happens in their market. It's just people learning what's going on over there and it's happening a little bit here and they don't want to believe that it's happening a little bit here. DoorDash
I can tell you that's going on in the United States. That ain't nothing new.
I just got through talking to the police officer here in this area. You know, he was like, you know, that falls up under federal. That's what I've been saying. That's what Nitro been saying. So he couldn't set too much, you know, on it. He said the same exact things what we've been saying. Now, I told him and described to him what the device was and everything like that there. He said, sooner or later, he gonna get caught. Sooner or later, he gonna get caught. That's how he put it. And I know much more than what I'm telling and revealing to you guys too, because I'm not at liberty to say these things as well. Because
I can tell you like this,
we wanted to bring awareness that is happening here.
If this gentleman thinks that it's okay to do that in the United States,
right,
go get caught using that and see what happens to you. I'll just leave it at that. If you think it's okay and it's not illegal, you might want to get educated because I will stand up.
Now he's saying that now Don is back.
Yeah, but he's not by himself though. He's not by himself. It's a group of 5 of them. The other 4 were smart enough to move from this area. I heard that one of them in Nashville. That's all I can say on it. But like I said, being a military guy myself, I'm gonna leave it like that.
The mock location and all that. Like
I'm not talking about mock location. I'm not talking about.
No, Don Anthony. Don Anthony's talking about they were bringing that up earlier, and I just wanted to say the mock location is not illegal for personal use. Personal use. That's where you gotta really know the law on it. If you are using that mock location through a business, then it does become illegal. Okay, that's what I don't think some people understand, and it's easy to figure out. If you can use mock location on your phone, people would say, well, if it's illegal, then why does your cell phone company make it available to you? Because they're under the assumption that you will use it for personal use. You don't want your location or your kids' cell phone to be pinpointed, say, for pedophiles and child stealing and all that stuff. That's where it's okay to use it. That is personal use. When you use that, okay, and it affects business where you are messing with money. Who owns money? Federal government. Money, coin, paper is federal. When you use that kind of action that affects money through businesses and the money making of another person trying to do their job, that's where it becomes illegal. Okay.
Now check this out, Nitro. These people like Don Anthony, when it comes to doing the job, they say we are our own boss. We can do anything terrible we want. But when it comes down time for you're using this app to do the business that you say you are, but you want to separate yourself from, no, you are your own boss. So you are a business. You are a 1099. You have a contract. You are a business. So if you are using that while doing this 1099, you are a business. You got to understand that, Don. That's what we are trying to tell you. Now, he says, I can 100% say that you will never have the feds kicking your door for using a mock location to get an order. You're not understanding this part either. They don't have to use it to get an order. They can mess up the GPS for anything. It's the same thing. They are just manipulating the GPS for this. The manipulation of the GPS, that's all it takes is just manipulating the GPS. What you use it for don't matter. That's still a crime. You can't do it.
The reason why the FCC guidelines are in place, like he made that statement right there, thinking that the feds won't kick your door down. Let me tell you what, I've seen feds kick in doors for a lot less, So if you for 1 minute think that you can't be hemmed up through the federal government for that, you keep thinking that, my man. You're the type of person that doesn't wake up until it happens to you. Then, of course, it slaps you in the face, then there's no denying it. But some people have this flaw way of thinking that what others don't know won't hurt them. If people don't catch me, then I'm not going to get in trouble. That kind of luck only lasts for so long. Believe me. And another thing to remember, a big thing to remember, you are talking about this on a public platform. I hope you people do realize that this stuff is monitored. When you start bringing up this kind of talk, which I would advise is probably not good all the time, maybe in moderation, but you make a habit of it.
Oh yeah.
I'll just say it's not good.
You're on the list.
Do on the internet, okay? Be very careful what you say on the internet. You think because you're on someone's personal YouTube that nothing can happen to you. Again, I beg to differ. All right, there are entities in the world that make a living off of monitoring this kind of chat, this kind of talk for certain reasons. What starts out small can lead to something very, very big.
And check this out. Because we're talking about this, Nitro, like he said, people are monitoring. Because we're talking about it, they're probably trying to figure out, we got to try to see if people, because you never know people. We got people that are dressed up as delivery drivers, going up and doing home invasions and robbing people. What if this brings them aware of some stuff going on and they actually crack a ring because you got people, they're posing as drivers because they can post outside and sit outside of residences and all this. So you don't know what this can do, people. You got to wake up. And it's awareness. It's all it is. It's awareness.
And I'll just tell you like this, sure to hell, you do not want to be the guy that openly admits saying, I'm going to go buy this and I'm going to use this. There ain't nothing nobody can do about it. That's probably not too smart. Now, some people think that nothing can come of it or happen because it's not something common that you see show up in the news. Oh, so-and-so was sitting on the internet talking about this when they shouldn't. The FBI, Homeland Security got involved and now they got hemmed up. It's not till you hear about it or see it till you believe it, but trust me, just because you don't see it don't mean it's not being watched and that kind of stuff's not going on. I'll just tell you like that. I mean, just be careful what you say, be careful what you do. Right? I'm going to leave it at that. I would prefer, I do not want to get involved in this conversation.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're done now. No, we are done. This is
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. If anything else, people, I was doing a delivery earlier and I found out that they have digital libraries. We're moving into a whole new era. People, go ahead and type up some stuff and figure it out. That it was brought up, and then the questions came out from the group yesterday. So I said, today I'm gonna talk about this, and finally we can just bring it up and put it to rest. Now that we are aware, people, just be aware. We can talk about something else. And I'm about to kill it myself, but I'm not gonna kill it. I'm not gonna bring his name up. I'm not gonna kill it. We're doing good. We're doing good right now. Doing good. Woo, I'm glad you hopped up here, Nitro. I'm so glad you hopped up here because you just did what I did for you guys. Or you just did, yeah. Thanks for returning the favor, for coming and saying these words because it did not come from my mouth.
I do want to say this, Mr. Don Anthony. I don't have anything against you. This is anything I've said to disagree with you is not a personal attack on you because I don't know you like that. I'm just getting up, giving both sides a little bit of info on what I've dealt with, what I know to be the law, because I do have a bit of a background and some experience in this. So my whole purpose of getting up here is just giving something for both sides to think about. If you paid attention to what was said between everybody, all right, there can always be an opposite action of what you think may not happen. You just need to be aware. Just because you don't see it or it's not brought to light in the news or through articles does not mean that people have not been prosecuted for these kinds of actions or owning these devices or actually getting caught using them. So I'm not up here, I'm not up here attacking anybody. I don't have nothing against none of you. I'm just an average guy up here just engaging in the conversation, trying to share a little bit of, my background. So I don't want anybody to think, to come try to attack me and all that stuff, because that'd be a big mistake. But I'm not against anybody. I'm one of those guys that I love topics like this. And when those of us that have background in these type of topics, it's good to, bring awareness to people that might not be up to par on the laws. And it doesn't take someone like me to have to teach you it, because this is all common knowledge at your fingertips. You can get it all off the internet, off of federal websites, and they'll tell you the rules and guidelines of what can and can't be done. And we know a lot of people probably own things that they shouldn't, but just because they've never been caught doesn't mean they can't be prosecuted. They've just been good enough to hide it from everybody else. But it'll be that one time that you get busted with it, that probably will change your whole perception of a topic like this. So, if you think it's okay to have one of these devices in your vehicle and, you get a simple traffic stop, okay, for maintaining too close or not signaling on a turn or running a red light, something stupid as that, and you having one of those devices in your vehicle is going to raise a whole lot of questions. Now you've brought a whole lot of attention to yourself that you don't want to have. So I can tell you like this.
Besides that shit probably gives you cancer. That shit probably gives you cancer.
Federal event. It will be a prosecution. And I'm going to tell you what, anybody that knows, the federal government has the highest prosecution rate in the United States.
Yes.
When it comes down to stuff like that, they are going to win that case, no matter how much money you got and who you are. That I can guarantee you.
Right. Feds.
So, so can I say something?
Mr. Flex said, besides, it'll give you cancer. He's talking about the jammer.
Yeah, you got to be in front of it for, Jesus, God know how many years. That shit will give you cancer. What do you call it? The spoofing the GPS. You can only get in trouble by the company you work for if they find out you're spoofing. Otherwise, jamming the cell phone signal is a different story. Like he said, you are doing a lot of damage to a lot of people that's around you. God forbid there's an emergency and you're jamming up that cell phone, you are going to jail for a long time if they catch you.
That's kind of what I wanted to bring up, but I didn't put it into words right. That's why I read the FCC guidelines where it specifically noted, like on the cell phone jammers, 911. You use a cell phone jammer in an area. Let's say some gentleman's having a heart attack and somebody tries to call 911 because there were a jammer used and causes that person to die because EMS could not get there. When you use them cell phone jammers, you're not just jamming everybody else's phones, but you're not allowing fire to be called, police, EMS. When that infringes on life-saving actions or anything like that, it can go from a local law enforcement issue and then become a federal issue. That's another thing to keep in mind is what this gentleman here is saying.
Oh yeah, people, look, man. So if you guys are getting any ideas or being tempted, if you were being tempted, do not get tempted. Do not get tempted, and do not be one of these dumb things I want to put it on YouTube.
Robert, let me also say that stuff, all that stuff that we mentioned, all that stuff is old news. That cell phone GPS spoofing thing is old news. Most of that stuff is patched. It's hard to find those stupid GPS marker things. You might as well not even try because the app, like, they don't even have to give you a warning. So, like, if they detect it, they could just automatically cut your account and say that you were using some kind of fraudulent stuff and just can your account basically.
Yes,
and they could sniff it out easily when you know what I mean. Like, all it takes is something to go wrong. For instance, something happened with the order, and you go on to call support, and they're gonna see, like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck did this guy go from here to over here in one jump? You get what I'm saying? Like, his car was just over here, and now it's over here, and all because they're just trying to help you out on the order, on some certain order. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they could just fuck themselves over just like that. Because support could see what you're doing, like how you're traveling.
Yeah. Now, people, I'm gonna push a pause real quick. I'm gonna throw this plug out there right now. We got the football season that's just getting ready to start. Any gig content creator or any person that's on YouTube who wants to join, I will be creating my ESPN Fantasy Football League. So I'm going to create one. So if you guys play fantasy football, I'm going to create a league, and we can have a league with different people that have a chat channel. You get your team. I'm going to create one. I normally do about 3 teams a season. I'm a 5-time fantasy football league champion. So I'm going to be putting one together. I was trying to do it, and me and Nova during our interview said we were going to do it, but I'm still going to be throw it up there. So if you guys are interested in fantasy football, let me know. I'm going to be doing my thing, and then we'll go from there. And then possibly, if we do it, we can join up here on live or something and do the draft live on here, do something like that. But I play fantasy football. If no one wants to join in, I'm still playing. So I'm in leagues. So yeah, back to this thing here, Flex.
Hey, Mr. Reese, I'm going to jump down. I'm going to be in your chat for a little bit, still hanging out, listening, but I've got to listen to some voicemails, so I've got to jump off the mic and off the panel. But I'll be in here.
Yes, sir. Thanks for stopping by.
I appreciate you having me up, and we'll get with each other here in a day or so, and we'll set up something for that interview that you want to do, my man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for the service.
Not a problem. I appreciate you having me, brother.
All right. So that's bless Dave, Flex, bless you right there. So that's Nitro. I'm gonna have an interview with him in a few days. He has RC cars, Flex. He has $70,000 RC cars. He races them. He's sponsored and all this other stuff. So
that's pretty dope.
Yeah, he's gonna show.
I like the RC stuff.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna
actually
show
subscribed to one of the guys from the RC channel or whatever.
Oh yeah, he gets in. So he's gonna show us his cars. He's gonna show us the different ones he has. Probably let us hear the motors and all that stuff. So that's gonna be a cool interview.
Is he from Canada by any chance?
No, he's in North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, the guy that I'm subbed to is from Canada.
Yeah, boy. So that's gonna be a real good interview there. I like doing interviews like that when somebody has some cool stuff. Somebody's got some cool stuff. I'm trying to get the interview with Apollo the parrot. I've been following him for like a long time. It's a parrot that can talk and do everything. He's trying to get an appointment with Apollo is hard, but I'm trying to get Apollo the parrot. Him and his handler. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to get them all, Flex. I tried to get them all, man. The different the interview, the better, man. You get a chance to get in front of different crowds, different audiences, all that stuff. Yeah, Nitro
Yeah,
says,
bro.
he says it's in Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Nice.
This is Ty Rob, says Robert Reese, have a good one. I gotta go
All right,
start
Flex,
cooking.
how you doing, man? How you doing, Flex?
Hey, what's up, brother? Not much.
All right, you gentlemen,
Just
I'm getting ready to head out. Yeah.
doing my little
I'll talk
driving
to you
around.
guys later.
All right,
Later,
Rev.
buddy.
You got Rev right there.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, you got him in right now. You got him in right now. Anybody else that wants to hop on the link, you guys can. The link is there. It's boom, boom, boom.